So, what are you up to down here? Whoa, hey, didn't mean to startle you. Sorry for the jump scare. I guess you weren't expecting me to show up like this. I just got a little curious when you peeked out of the kettle and then went right back in. And maybe I wanted to congratulate you face to face. Would that be so terrible? Good answer. I guess I won't hold back on the compliments then. So, those were some really impressive moves. I meant to back them when I said, you were so fresh out there. Seriously, you breezed right through the final phase yet again. How are you holding up? That's tough. If you were frustrated, I couldn't even tell. You just walked in. I never expected another kettle to show up after the first secret one, but hey, most things are usually hidden in plain sight. Actually, yeah. This is the most I've heard you speak. Captain is still the quietest, though. No one's taking that badge away from them. But I was worried you were gonna start speedrunning the course if I didn't intervene. Rest is important, you know. Especially after something like that. Listen, I'm still an agent too. I know what it's like to run on adrenaline. Same feeling when I'm performing. The catfish has been out of the bag. We called it the Squid Sisters camp after all. You didn't notice until now? Wow, you were so preoccupied with saving Gramps, huh? That's adorable. Looks like we got really lucky bringing on someone so valorous. I appreciate your dedication. What's the matter? Am I praising you too much or something? It's exactly that. Oops. Why am I really here? Okay, pretty straightforward. To put it frankly, I'm kind of bored. Yes, even Marie of the Squid Sisters gets bored sometimes. Oh, this is the part where you're supposed to go. No way, really? You actually said it. Anyway, thing is, we don't get the greatest cell service down here since we're way out in the desert. I know. It's easy to forget with all this fake snow around here. I still can't believe it's not real. We sent a drone ahead of time to scope things out, and that's the whole reason I wore my new coat. I've never been able to handle the cold that well. How about you? Makes sense if a warmer climate is all you've known. Ankopolis summers are pretty intense too. More humid than Splatsville. There's not much else to do besides survey the area. You did a great job of helping us with the topography, by the way. I read all the books I brought with me. Daydreamed a whole lot. So, Agent 1 is hanging out with the captain while it's my turn to explore for a bit. Is that a good enough explanation for you? Oh, mighty hero of Alterna. That's the wrong title, you say. My mistake, Alternan... What was it? World champ? You're not actually going to put that on your splash tag, are you? This is technically supposed to be a secret to everyone. Wouldn't want them asking what that means. I'm just messing with you, though. You're free to do as you wish. Since the rescue mission ended, we've been able to take it easy for a while. Focus on research. Which is why I'm still dying to know about those Alterna logs. I know I said I wouldn't take a peek, like, several months ago, but that was then, and this is now. Seems like Orca translated a lot of these materials into Inkling. It's been observing us for a while. But how? And, if your snazzy new title is anything to go by, I guess the humans that were here call themselves Alternans too? There's definitely a lot of questions left unanswered. So, clue me in on this. You're reading a different book entirely at the moment? Wait, let me see it. There were sunken scrolls here too, huh? Aw, cute. Look at this. It's like a little scrapbook. All artsy and stuff. Made it yourself? That's really neat. So, I'm guessing you haven't fully read the logs then. They were encrypted. Oh, right. The data was scrambled until you completed certain conditions. So, are you just gonna hang out down here and read? I guess I can leave you to that, if that's the case. First dibs and all. But before I do, I wanted to remind you that you're not alone. Callie, Gramps, the captain, and I, we all care about you. It means a lot that you come back to check in after all this time. If you were pushing yourself to your limit for our sakes, I'm sorry I didn't notice sooner. Honestly, you should go home soon and get some proper rest. Oh, you don't want to? Don't really feel like it. Well, there's only one other agent I knew who saw the Squid Pegasus and escaped from it all. I think you two would get along. But this line of work has been such an all-encompassing part of my life that I could never relate. At first, I told myself it was just so I could keep an eye on Callie. Make sure she stays safe. We've been here since we were in middle school. But if it weren't for us keeping this little splatoon together, maybe our new captain wouldn't have found us. We sort of became the family they needed. The others we brought on, well, pinkfish come and go, I suppose. Needless to say, you don't have to be in a hurry at all. I just wish I could help you feel a bit more safe here. I'm not the best at this, but is there anything I can do for you right now? You want to just listen to me talk? You're saying that to the girl who has 100 plus episodes of her own podcast behind her. That's not a problem at all. Let me just get comfortable here. These pods are so air-conditioned that I'm glad I brought this coat in the end. This was meant to be a safe haven. It's a shame about all the flooding around here. Well, where do I begin? There's a lot of things I've gotten fired up over lately. A lot of things I like to reminisce over. Callie once told me that even the worries we shared back then are precious memories. The early days of being an idol are something that I'll always treasure dearly. The uncertainties, the excitement, the growing pains. But with those past experiences, returning to the plaza to sing for everyone felt easier than I expected. As much as I wanted things to stay the same after our final concert with Off the Hook, the Inkopolis we knew and loved would go on to evolve. Our listeners would grow up. Maybe some of them would move on. I wasn't even sure that they'd still remember our songs. And then, at our first Splatfest back in the plaza as musical guests, I saw some familiar faces in the crowd from all those years ago. I felt moved beyond words. Our fans were still there. It's as if some things don't change at all. They welcomed our refreshed sound, shook our hands, and shared such kind words. That city that I never thought I'd get used to living in gave me some of my most precious memories, too. Yeah, we moved all the way from Calamari County in pursuit of our dreams. Worked hard to pay for it and everything. There was still all this, though. Agent missions on top of being singers. It's so hard keeping that a secret, you know? Not because I want validation for it, but because... I don't know. It got a little difficult making up excuses as to why we couldn't always socialize at artist hangouts for long. There's not really anyone outside the Splatoon who knows what it's like to walk around with all this classified information. Except for 8 and Marina, I guess. What do I think of the other agents? Well, there's Agent 4, who's off studying and being a model citizen these days. The one I said you'd probably get along with. 4 was dealing with a lot during the time we were searching for Callie in Octave Canyon. Definitely the kind to try and make others laugh, even when they're feeling at their lowest. Putting others before their own needs. You shouldn't overextend yourself like that. Easier said than done, but you'll reach your limit faster than you think. I wrote up a little Faxopedia on them while I was bored at the cabin and didn't feel like scrolling. Callie still teases me about it. Not like it was anything obsessive, I just like running numbers, and the mission data was just sitting there. No, I don't have one on you. Anyway, there's also Agent 8. I think she really looks up to Captain. It seems like it's a little bit more than admiration, though. But don't tell her I said that. Or Captain. She's always so polite and orderly. Really caring. I think she was on team order, matter of fact. So was I. The quiet conversations we've had are nice to look back on. And I even learned a little more Octarian from her, too. Captain was once Agent 3, if you didn't already know. They helped us save Gramps the first time, and never once hung up the vest until promotion. Honestly, I think they took this gig more seriously than Callie or I ever did. I wish I was joking. But low-key, between you and me, they're kind of a nerd. Hey, it takes one to know one. Gramps, passed the poncho and hat down as a sign of gratitude. But I swear their cape collection has gotta be fully handmade. If they're into cosplay, I can't get it out of them. And we've known each other for literal years. You think I will one day? That's sweet. I mention her all the time, but of course, I can't forget about Agent 1. She recruited me after all. There's no Squid Sisters without Callie. I wouldn't have been able to do my first solo song without her encouragement. She's one of my biggest inspirations and my closest friend in the entire world. Oh yeah. Lately, Callie's taken up a fascination with ancient relics, so maybe it isn't pure coincidence we ended up down here. Stuff is found up on the surface all the time, sure, but it feels like we've gotten closer than ever before to finding out where we really came from. I might not be as excitable as Cal, but I love listening to her talk about things. There's so many moments I look back on fondly. The lyrics she wrote for Wave Goodbye, and the way we broke down together rehearsing Three Wishes for the first time. Because we really didn't think we'd be here now, being a guiding light for others. For both our fans and the idols who followed along after us. It's like we became those same stars in the night sky we'd always look up to and wish upon. The same stars that shone in the past, sending a message to us years later. Yeah, telling us to shine on. You remember? I'm so proud. Those lyrics are truly some of the best work we've done. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. And just having the ability to make my past self proud. Because when you look in the mirror, you're not just seeing your current self. You're seeing all the versions of yourself that got you to this point in time. All in one. It's true. How do you make decisions you're proud of? Well, you follow your hearts. Be honest about what you want and what it'll take to get there. We all have our setbacks, but what really matters is that you keep moving forward. Even if it's one step at a time. Try, and try again. Be relentless. You can take as much time as you need. It's about what you want to do, not anyone else's opinions. I think you're more capable than you give yourself credit for. You're amazing. I really mean that. Of course. Whatever it is you're aiming for, you'll reach it. I'm sure of that. No, it's not self-centered at all. You deserve the same kindness you give others. I don't care if I sound like an Instagram influencer when I say this, but you are the main character of your life. Give yourself permission to enjoy it a little bit more. Yeah? That's not very convincing. It's okay if you still feel a little anxious. Our emotions ebb and flow all the time, so don't go thinking you're stuck. Let's try something else. Alright, so I had a guest on my podcast once who taught me about positive affirmations and regulating your breathing and all that. What if we tried some of it together? I mean, you look more relaxed than when I first got here, but it might help even more. Hey Orca, could you change up the vibes in here a little bit? Ugh, what am I thinking? It's not like it worked the same as a Google Assistant. Thing has a mind of its own anyway. Wait. Lighting level, temperature control, music. Oh, we're so back. Do you remember hearing this the first time Orca booted up? Feels like forever ago. There's just something so somber about this place. But I feel at peace here. Okay, maybe it's the ocean waves in the background now. I don't know. Still, I think I'll miss Alterna a whole lot. Well, we won't have much reason to hang out down here when we finally perform at the Grand Festival. I don't think I've been this nervous for a Splatfest in a while. I can tell Callie is too. And this is going to be the biggest stage we've been on yet. The next height of our careers, some might say. Mind helping me with this box over here? Thanks. This is perfect. I was hoping they'd have some outdoor gear stored somewhere. Right. So, we're gonna put these down here and lay down for a bit. We could go for some quality floor time. Because you need to chill out for a while. Come on, you can do it. It's fine if you don't want to lay down or can't. Sitting with your legs crossed or however you like is fine. I'm just trying to recall the video. You can get a little closer. Don't be shy. Okay, so we start by slowly closing our eyes. Let gravity do its thing. There you go. If you're comfy now, I need you to take a deep breath with me. Just listen to the sound of my voice. You can breathe out when I do. It just makes it easier to not worry about counting and stuff. Can we do that? Okay. Ready? Breathe in. Out. How's that? Just once is enough to start clearing out your mind, right? There's that relaxed feeling in the center of your head. Nice. Let's try that like 2 more times, okay? Breathe in, then out. Let your breath come back in naturally. Notice how much easier it feels. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Let the tension from your body just melt away. Focus on the sound of the waves splashing against the shore. Can you imagine yourself standing there as the sun rises? Maybe there's some mist in the air. The birds are greeting you at the beginning of the day. So peaceful, isn't it? If you can, try to visualize the ocean water at your feet. The tide comes in, then goes out. Yes, that was completely intentional. You're completely safe there, on the shore. Maybe the sun is warm enough to feel on your skin. You made it to another day, and I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you're here, because the world is a better place with you in it. Things will be peaceful again, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Let's try one more deep breath, in and then out. You can always go back to that sunrise anytime you want. Yeah, I never figured Alterna of all places would be somewhere to de-stress. I like these sounds. Wish I could burn a CD to take with me. I wonder what distant beach this was recorded on. What life was like back then. But before I keep sauntering and ramble on too much, remember that I'm proud of you. You can do the breathing exercise anytime things get too overwhelming. Maybe I should record myself saying everything at some point, so you can just play it back anytime you want, if you want. No worries. It's good practice for me too. I'm not an avid meditation listener or anything, but that left me kind of inspired to give it another go. Feeling sleepier? That's a good thing, actually. Now that I've got you all calm, am I really your favorite squid sister? Or have you just been trying to get on my good side? I'm teasing, but that's another good answer. I hope you're feeling a little better now. You've got this. Change your tune, and you change the world. Stay fresh out there.